Bundesliga team of the season is here, and we have a cracking, by the look of things anyways, Marco Reus team of the season moments with 95 pace, 93 dribbling, 90 shooting, 90 passing. Card looks sensational. Going to stick him in the squad today. I'm going to try the card out. And there's one more from this team of the season I really want to try out, and that's Kolo Muani. I'm going to see if he's cheap enough because the prices are mental. Let's put him in the squad. Alright, so we have got the team together. As you can see, we did get Kolo Muani's team of the season, who, by the way, looks insane. This card looks mental. The only downside are those work rates, but the card itself looks very, very good. If I can get into the areas to have some, like, damage or make some damage in the final thirds, he should. Now, Marco Reus, if you're looking for a price point for this card, by the way, yeah, I think you're looking around... yeah, 340,000 coins. Now, I've just looked at his player traits, which, brilliant, finesse shot, Travella shot, the outside foot shot trait. Flair, lack of flair, kind of does surprise me. It's got high medium work rates, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. You love to see things like that. Squad building, you can play him striker. Happy days, left wing and left midfielder too. And his stats are... I'm in a unique position here where I don't even have to use the chem style. I only need to focus on the accelerate like style, you know what I'm saying? So I could have controlled explosive or lengthy. You can't get them on lengthy, so you're down to controlled and explosive. Now, I've been over this many, many times. With the explosive chem style, you get that instant boost. So when you're... chem style, accelerate style. When you're in, like, say a 1v1 against the fullback, or if I move him to the central areas, like a cam, or even striker against the centre-back, what that is going to give me is that instant burst of acceleration, and sometimes that can be absolutely key. Now, there is two chem styles, and one of them is finisher, and I think the other one's artist as well. Is it artist? Yeah, finisher and artist. So I think what I'm going to do, I want to see the boost with artist, but I think I'm going to use them on finisher. What does artist do across the boards? So passing. Thing is, his passing's already good enough, so what I'm going to do is use them with finisher. This puts him on the accelerate style of explosive. And, oh my good God, man. 99 finishing? Hey, look at the card with finisher. Yes. Dude, I'm actually hyped just seeing him with finisher. So, obviously, the squad, we need to do that as well. I've got 3 foot champs qualifying to do. Of course, foot champs isn't out yet. And I'm going to complete that... just in a second. Now, I'm going to have these as like the stay backs. Havertz on the one that gets forward a bit. Diaby, Kolo Muani stay central. And Royce is going to drop back a little bit. But at the same time, I think it'll move him more central over time. If it's not like that, I'll switch him with Kolo Muani or Diaby and see what he's like there. I'm really looking forward to trying this Marco Reus. He's had great cards down the years. Obviously, Marco Reus has always had a brilliant card on FIFA. I think it's coming towards the end of his career now with Borussia Dortmund. I think he's going to sign an extension for next season, right? Or he already has or something like that. But he is getting on a bit now in terms of age. Lads, let's see what he's like in game. Let's test. Team of the season, moments, Marco Reus. Right, game number 1 against Ryan Reynolds with the Wrexham badge. Alisson in nets. Oh my good God, mate. That's a team, isn't it? That's not even a squad, that is a team. Let's get into it. Havertz. It helps having players like Havertz just to link Reus a little bit easier. Oh my God, he's passed 2. The R1. Oh, too much. Marshall, man, read the room. I think I might get it, but I probably won't. I've hit the bloody post, man. Balls. Ball roll. Over the top. It wasn't over the top, but it didn't go over the top, you know what I mean? Ball roll pass. Zidane. Oh, I always get the areas where I get a little bit too excited. Muani's done brilliant. Finesse, what we're saying? Close. Zinchenko. The game's tempo has kind of went down since he took the lead. He took the lead at the end of the first half. I think it was just his second shot of the game as well, but it is what it is. The tempos went down. Can Muani bring us back? Yes, he can. Muani makes it 1-1. Maybe it'll open the game up again. When you get players that have 5-star weak foot, you forget. It's like, oh, he's right-footed. I need to finesse all the time. Is he onside? Oh my God, what happened? Well, that could be a strategy. I mean, I didn't mean to slide randomly to keep it in play for no reason whatsoever, because it wasn't going out. But we'll take that. Royce gets an assist. What was that? Royce interception. He's done well. Now, oh, perfectly timed. Reus, you got a chance here, mate. Near post. Reus! Yes, man. Yes, that was gorgeous, by the way. The ball roll, perfectly timed to avoid the slides. And I finessed it near post. Gorgeous from Reus. Game number 2 against some Ultras. Ultras, I don't want any trouble, mate. Let's see if this team gives us any trouble. It's got St. Max, man of culture. And the man of culture is giving me a win. Hey, fair play, mate, fair play. Hey, no trouble whatsoever. Fair play, fair play. Into technically game number 3, but game number 2. Right, into a game 2, but 3. Let's have a look at this team. Is that a zebra, by the way? Hummels. Oh, he's got the Desai from, probably from seasons 98 Pele. His icon look has been very, very good. It is a zebra, right? Do that, do that. Oh, I think he was actually gonna... Reus, crossbody! Oh! I probably should have scored that, but I normally go forwards with him. Double tap, flick. Wait, I don't need it. Then your post. Get in, Reus. This Reus could be a very, very good player. That was a lovely finish. Step overs, right foot, near post, happy days. It's like the secret to a good life, you know what I mean? It's just nice. Ruben Diaz, habits. Look how like, what's the word where everything's together? Compact. Reus has done well. And Reus makes it free. Against Chappelle? It rhymes. It rhymes. Reus has done well against Chappelle. And Chappelle is still in the game. 2-0 though. Great finish. To be fair, I'm kind of glad he's still in the game because I didn't know what rhymed with Chappelle. Well, I'm kind of glad I did cut it off then because Chappelle doesn't rhyme with connection lost. So with FUT Champs not starting for about an hour from when this game's taking place right here. We've went into Rivals and we'll have our final game in Rivals against Di Natale, Harry Kane, Martinelli, and Al Owairan. Still scares me, that guy. By the way, above my head is a certain angle. Oh, lovely ball. You can see I've got the control there, just in case you ever want to see what button inputs I do. Inputs, as that was a weird cross, but yeah, it's there, it's there. Zinedine Zidane, lovely interception. Marco Reus, then get probably Reus, then Moani again. Come on. Diaby was maybe through there, but we passed it. Reus is still there. One more. That's gorgeous. That is lovely football. Easy. Reus, man on. Passes 1. Passes 2. Come on, Marco. Come on, Marco. This is your time to score the goal of a century. Oh, man on. Ah! I wanted to Travella, and for some reason he did this weird little backheel chip thing. Zinchenko's there. Under Reus it goes. Back to Reus. Line. Okay, I don't know where the ball is. Oh, there's the ball. I'm sorry. That was a disgraceful goal to score. I didn't even celebrate it though, to be fair, guys. I didn't celebrate. Inside. The pass is there. One more. To Kolo Muani. Fake shots. Dip it. That was all. I meant it. I completely meant all of that. Kind of makes sense. I think he should just turn his console off. So there we have it then. That was Marco Reus. Some player, by the way. I don't know what his records ended up with. 5 goals in 4 games. 2 assists as well. Not too shabby whatsoever. Considering as well, one of them, credit to my opponent, scored an OG and quits. Because it was in the knockouts for FUT Champs. And by the way, credit to him. He could have just quit instantly. He gave us a goal. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Marco Reus then. Thoughts? Class. He is generally class. I didn't get my finesse shots on the go today either, which if I start getting like the finesse shots right, he's got finesse shot trades. I just need to work out the power, because today my power was all off for some reason in terms of getting the angles right for it, and then obviously the power to get in the top ins, which I just wasn't getting today. But overall, this card is fantastic. His acceleration's there. He's very quick off the mark. He's finished it today to give him that explosive accelerate style as well, which wasn't too shabby. Finishing's there, shot power's there, his passing is there, his dribbling is also there, and that is going to be probably the main thing with this card as well. Yes, he's got 95 pace, yes, he's got 90 shooting and passing, but his dribbling is so responsive. Very, very responsive. This card is a brilliant card. Great stamina 2 at 91, but remember, even though I said in the first game, or maybe the second, that his stamina was depleting over time, simply because I've got comeback on defense on him, right? So he's going to be working a lot harder than, say, Diaby on the other side of the pitch. His aggression is low. Didn't seem to matter today. Now, I do want to take you across to have a look at the cards. Maybe a little bit more detail, maybe less detail. But I used him with finisher. So this is what finisher does. Increases a lot of these, like 95 shooting, 97 dribbling. And that's what it does. And you can see there, that is the reason why we used him with explosive. And you'll also get him with explosive with an artist chem style, if you guys do so choose. Now, what I've done here is sort by left wing and left midfielder, even though I know fine well, Marcos. Who's Marcos Reus? That might be his brother. Somewhere else. But anyways, Marco Reus. Look how unfair this is, by the way. Marco Reus's price compared to the brand new Musiala. You gotta remember as well, this is the night of release. These are going to be very expensive cards. Musiala's probably going to play Jude Bellingham has left mids again on his card for some reason. Even though in real life, I don't think I've ever seen him play on the wing. Correct me if I'm wrong right there. But I think it's an unfair comparison to compare it against potentially Musiala, but not against Bellingham and Sadio Mane, brand new cards. What I do want to show you here, lads, look at the prices of these cards. Even Kingsley Coman came out, right? Kingsley Coman, very good card, not bad whatsoever. His work rates are off. His weak foot is off. 3-star weak foot, medium work rates. Marco Reus, great work rates, high medium. It gets him in behind the defense. 4-star and 5-star weak foot. And he's cheaper. And he's an SBC. You know what I'm saying? Normally SBCs cost more than market players. And there's always like an uproar. For example, what is it? It's not like the exact same player, but today we've got a player of the month Haaland, right? That player of the month Haaland costs more than team of the season Harry Kane. And it's just a player of the month. The increase upon like previous special cards, apart from team of the season, is fairly minimal. So you're looking at like all these Diaby, well over 1 million coins. Sadio Mane, I forgot what that price of that card was. We've got Musiala's. I reckon this card is worth it. Compare him to some players that how much is Sonny? Sonny's nearly 200k. I reckon this is worth it. I don't know what you guys think, and that's why I always get you guys to share your thoughts. But I honestly think his ability and his price comparison compared to also Bundesliga players who can also play in that position, his ability and value make him brilliance. Value, that doesn't even make sense. What I'm trying to say is in comparison to players in the position that he plays in, his value is like a 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10 for the SBC, and I think it's ultimately worth it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, the ability also matches, if not better, than his counterparts within the same position, like Kingsley Coman, for example, who costs more on the market. He's, what was it, 472,000 coins? Compared to Marco Reus's 340,000 coins of an SBC, give or take 50k either way as well, plus with the 40 you've got. I reckon this is a very, very, very good card. I think the overall rate as well for this Marco Reus, I'm kind of toying with the idea of a 9.7. I'm going to give him a 9.6. I was going to give him a 9.7, just a little bit higher, because I thought he was, like, he's a crazy, crazy card. I think the aggression, even though it doesn't affect him too much, it can in some certain scenarios where the ball doesn't bounce in his favour. But my God, this card is brilliant. Brilliant cards. And that's why I'm going to love you and leave you for today's review as well. And if you missed the value for coins, it's 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. If I could give 100 out of 10, I'd give 100 out of 10 as well. Very good cards, a very good price for a top-end card and an endgame Reus. What's not to like? Lads, hope you guys did enjoy the review. If you had, leave a like, drop a comment as well. Thoughts on Marco Reus. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll catch you in the next one.